They said he was washed. They said he was done. But Debo Samuel Sr. just walked into Commanders camp like a man on a mission. He's already turning every doubter into a believer. This isn't just a comeback story. It's a redemption arc, and it's unfolding right now in Ashburn. You're watching it live. Before we dive into everything Debo's doing to light up training camp, hit that like button, subscribe to Commanders HQ, and get locked in, because this team isn't just reloading, it's redefining itself. When the Commanders sent a 5th-round pick to San Francisco for Debo Samuel Sr., the NFL world scoffed. Critics said he was out of shape, said he had lost a step, said his best days were behind him. Adam Peters? He saw something else. A motivated veteran, a perfect scheme fit, a player who, if given the right environment, could explode again. And now, 3 days into camp, Debo was already making that low-risk, high-upside trade look like a masterclass. We didn't have to wait long to see it. On day 1, Debo delivered the first explosive play of training camp, a deep, contested grab that sent a clear message: I'm here. And since then, he's only built on that momentum. He's lean, he's sharp, and he's locked in like a player who knows exactly what's at stake. Whether it's lining up outside, in motion, or from the backfield, Debo's versatility is already being leveraged by Cliff Kingsbury, who seems to have big plans for number 19. This offense isn't just using Debo, it's built to amplify him. There's no Terry McLaurin at camp, at least not yet. But Debo hasn't let that slow him down. In fact, it's lit a fire. He's been glued to quarterback Jaden Daniels during off-field drills, staying after practice, going over film, working routes. The chemistry is building early and fast, and that's huge. As Daniels continues his rise from rookie phenom to potential MVP candidate, he needs veterans he can trust. Debo is already stepping into that role, not just as a target, but as a tone setter. On paper, Debo Samuel and Cliff Kingsbury's offense might be one of the most underrated storylines of this entire offseason. We're talking about a creative, space-heavy system that thrives on motion, misdirection, and yards after catch. Now plug in Debo, one of the most dangerous open-field players in the game, even now. If he stays healthy, and so far he looks 100%, this could be a nightmare for opposing DCs. There's a real path here for Debo to be more than just WR2. He could be the engine that makes this scheme hum when McLaurin returns. Let's take a step back, because once Terry does report, and let's be honest, the Commanders are going to pay him, this receiving room is scary. Terry McLaurin, one of the best route runners in the league. Debo Samuel Sr., versatile, physical, and hungry. Noah Brown, smart, reliable, underrated separator. Luke McCaffrey, rookie with elite short area quickness and football IQ. Jalen Lane, explosive, dynamic rookie weapon. Add in Zach Ertz at TE, a rebuilt O-line led by Laramie Tunsil, and of course, Jaden Daniels at the controls. This offense has the potential to be top 5 in the league by mid-season. The outside world is buzzing about Washington. After last year's NFC Championship run, national media is throwing around terms like dark horse Super Bowl contender. But inside the building, the Commanders are blocking out the noise. Tight end Zach Ertz put it best: if we're the same team we were last year, we've let ourselves down enormously. This isn't a team that's reading its press clippings. This is a group that knows it hasn't done anything yet. Debo fits that mindset perfectly. He's not talking, he's grinding. It's too early to crown Debo as the comeback story of the year, but right now, every box is being checked. Physical shape, best he's looked since 2021. Chemistry with Daniels, improving daily. Role in the offense, expanding by the snap. Attitude, focused, hungry, accountable. This is a man on a mission. He's not just trying to revive his career, he's trying to rewrite the narrative entirely. As a leader, as a teammate, as a champion. And with the way he's practicing, he might just pull it off. Debo Samuel Sr. was cast aside by his old team, but the Commanders believed. And now, that belief is paying off early. He's not just filling in for McLaurin, he's establishing himself as a weapon in his own right. And when this team is finally at full strength, good luck trying to stop them. Terry McLaurin's contract standoff with the Washington Commanders just took a sharp turn, not because of any public statement from McLaurin or GM Adam Peters, but because of a pointed take from 106.7 The Fan's Grant Paulson. On air this week, Paulson didn't hold back. He said what many fans have been thinking, but didn't want to say out loud. He said, quote,
I don't get why Terry McLaurin hasn't asked for a trade. If he's mad enough to hold out, already giving up over $150K, then why not just demand a trade? That's what players do now." End quote. Brutal, but let's unpack it. McLaurin, now 29, has been the heart and soul of this franchise through some of its darkest stretches. He's never complained, never lashed out, never threatened the team. But now, he's officially holding out from training camp, and while it hasn't gotten ugly yet, the longer it drags on, the more questions people will ask. Is McLaurin simply waiting for the Commanders to blink? Here's the thing. Terry's different. He's not some diva wide route trying to force his way out. He's never put himself above the team. In fact, sources close to the situation say McLaurin is frustrated precisely because he feels undervalued by the team he's given everything to. That's why the idea of demanding a trade doesn't sit right with him. Make no mistake, this holdout is about respect as much as money. McLaurin wants long-term financial security, yes, but he also wants to feel like the franchise cornerstone he's been for the last 5 seasons. And if the Commanders want to build a championship identity, it starts by taking care of their own. Adam Peters has made it clear he wants Terry around for the long haul, but so far, no deal, no practice, no timeline. Just mounting tension. And while fans are trying to stay patient, the idea of this dragging into the regular season is beginning to feel way too real. Let's not kid ourselves. The Commanders cannot afford to play hardball here. Jaden Daniels, your future, needs a guy like McLaurin on the field, in the huddle, and in the locker room. This isn't just about WR1 production. It's about leadership, consistency, and trust. And if this situation spirals into something toxic, you risk damaging your young quarterback's growth before the season even starts. This can't become a distraction. Washington just had its most exciting offseason in years. Debo Samuel, Laramie Tunsil, Bobby Wagner, Jaden Daniels, the energy has shifted. But if Terry McLaurin, your captain, starts to feel like he's being pushed out, that energy disappears real fast. Thankfully, not all the news coming out of camp is gloomy. Veteran tight end Zach Ertz is quickly emerging as a leader, and not just in the film room. The former All-Pro was brought in to help stabilize the tight end room and serve as a mentor to Jaden Daniels. But don't get it twisted, Ertz is here to compete. "I don't play this game just to be around. I'm here to make plays and help this team win." That's the mentality you want from a seasoned vet. He's already forming a strong connection with Daniels, and it's easy to see why Cliff Kingsbury pushed for Ertz to join the roster. Ertz thrives in the type of quick-read, timing-based system Kingsbury is installing. And with Cole Turner still developing, Ertz might be the safety valve Daniels leans on in crunch time. Even more important, he's embracing the mentor role without sacrificing his edge. Quote, "Being able to help young guys in the room share what I've learned, that's a big part of why I love the game. But I still love to compete. I'm still trying to prove something." With 654 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns last season, Ertz showed he still has gas in the tank. And if he stays healthy, he could be one of the most underrated additions this offseason. So let's zoom out. On one hand, you've got Terry McLaurin, the ultimate pro, stuck in a contract dispute that's starting to make fans nervous. On the other, you've got Zach Ertz, a seasoned vet arriving in DC with something to prove and a clear desire to elevate the guys around him. 2 different positions, 2 different situations, but both represent the heart of what Dan Quinn and Adam Peters are trying to build. A locker room full of professionals who care more than just stats. The key difference? One of them feels secure and empowered. The other, your captain, is still waiting for the organization to show him the same love he's shown for 5 straight seasons. If the Commanders want to build a new identity, it starts with alignment, from ownership to front office to players. And that alignment begins with making sure a guy like Terry McLaurin isn't left in the cold. Commanders fans, let us hear it. Is Debo about to have a breakout season in DC? What kind of numbers do you think he'll put up in this offense? Drop your predictions in the comments, and if you're fired up about this redemption arc, hit that like button, subscribe to Commanders HQ, and get locked in, because this team isn't just reloading, it's redefining itself.